Do you use transit equipment like roll cages, stillages, beer kegs, pallets, tote boxes, bread trays, produce trays, anything that you use to get your product to marketplace? If you use this kind of equipment, then there's a good chance you lose this kind of equipment. And what we do at Axis is we find this equipment and we return it for you. Depending on how valuable or adaptable it is, you'll be losing maybe up to 20% of your fleet of equipment every year. This, for British industry, amounts to tens of millions of pounds lost every year. In fact, it's not actually loss. Mostly, in our experience, it's theft and misappropriation. For example, dairy roll cages, they make great mobile point-of-sale stations for fruit and veg vendors. Stillages become very effective skips, and pallets and bread trays are excellent as building blocks for market stalls. On top of that, anything metal like cages and beer kegs fetch a really pretty price at unscrupulous scrapyards and recycling plants. And the price of metal is rising at the moment, so the problem is actually getting worse. At Axis, we specialise in finding this transit equipment, repatriating it, and getting it to you, the owner. We do this by employing teams of trained investigators who gather intelligence on equipment abusers and thieves. Once the target is confirmed, we repossess the equipment using the force of the law to back up the physical repossession. We then return the equipment to you, the owner. Now, there are several advantages to using Axis to recover your equipment. Firstly, by giving authority to us to collect on your behalf, you've removed yourself from direct involvement and from the potential for bad publicity. If there is any flack, we'll take it. Secondly, we're specialists. We know which laws apply in each circumstance, and we know when to apply it. The last thing you need to do is to find out that you've broken the law because you were chasing up your own equipment and inadvertently failed to follow the letter. Thirdly, it would cost too much for you to set up a dedicated operation to do anything more than scratch the surface of the problem. To achieve the coverage you require, you would probably spend more recovering the equipment than you would replacing it. And finally, and this is the bit we think you'll like, you don't pay us until we bring back your property. There are no upfront costs and no onerous contracts. It's a pay-as-you-go model, and we take the risk.